Hello students, this is Poonam here with my YouTube channel Poonam's Pearls. Today I'm going to explain you the poem in Unit 5, Topsy Turvy Land. Have you ever thrown your school bag on your bed? Have you ever left your shoes and socks here and there? Have you ever played with a ball in your room? Does your room sometimes look like this? Oh my God. Topsy-turvy land. What's the meaning of topsy-turvy land? Topsy-turvy land means upside down, something which is in a chaos, in a confused manner. The objective of today's lesson is, in the topsy-turvy land, things are arranged upside down, means everything is in a chaotic condition. To enable the children to understand how to keep their house neat, tidy and correct way and not in a topsy-turvy condition. Things in the topsy-turvy land and sometimes in your room also. Just look at the two pictures. Oh my God, it just looks as if a disaster has just struck the room. All chaotic, all confused, everything misplaced, everything untidy. Untidy rooms. Nothing is at its place. You cannot find anything in this room. Very difficult to stay here. Wow, look at this room. Tidy rooms. The bed is set, all clean. What a pleasure. And on the other side, you can see that the children are playing with everything scattered here and there. Very, very shabby. I think you must be liking the one which is neat and tidy. Now let us read a poem about one such upside-down land, Topsy-Turvy Land. Topsy-Turvy Land by H.E. Blixen. The children go to school in night in topsy-turvy land. This is the condition. Generally, the children go to school during the daytime, but in topsy-turvy land, the children go to school during the night. The people walk upon their heads. The sea is made up of sand. The children go to school by night in topsy-turvy land. So here children, you can see the people, they are walking on their heads. Whereas in normal conditions, the people walk on their foot. The sea is made up of sand. Whereas in normal conditions, the sea is made up of water. The children are going to school at night. Whereas normally the children go to school during the daytime. Everything is possible in topsy-turvy land. The people walking on their heads. You can see in the picture, there's a man with his head down and the hat is on his feet. The people are walking on their heads. Their feet, their legs turned up and the head is down and they're trying to walk. Everything is happening in topsy-turvy land. The sea is made up of sand, not water. The front door step is at the back. You are walking when you stand. You wear your hat upon your feet in topsy-turvy land. See here in the picture, the front door is at the back side of your house. It is not your welcome door. Means if you have to enter somebody's house, you have to enter from the back side of a person's home. You can see the people are walking with their head down and the hat is on their feet. You are walking when you stand. You wear your hat upon your feet in topsy-turvy land. How funny the people must be looking, I swear. And buses on the sea you will meet, while pleasure boats are planned to travel up and down the streets of topsy-turvy land. Now, how are the streets of topsy-turvy land? The buses you can meet and the boats are planned. Look here, the buses, you can find them in the sea, not boats, not ships. That means if you're going towards the sea, you will find the buses sailing in the sea. Then what is happening on the roads? If buses are there in the sea, what can be found on the roads? The buses are traveling in the sea. Whereas on the land, you will find the ships and the boats. The pleasure boats are planned on the roads. The children are going to school in their boats, not in their school bus. This is very funny, I mean. You pay for what you never get. I think it must be grand. For when you go, you are coming back in topsy-turvy land. To travel upside down the streets. See, look in the picture. The tires are up and the man's head is down on the road. When you're traveling on the road, you're upside down. The cars are running with their wheels turned up. You pay for what you never get. I think it must be grand. You're actually paying for something which you're just not getting. You're never able to buy or purchase anything and pay for it. And this can only happen in topsy-turvy land. Whereas in our normal world, when we pay, we usually buy that thing. We are paying when we are purchasing something. But in topsy-turvy land, when you're buying something, that means you're not paying for it. This is really, really great. This is something I like in topsy-turvy land actually. Now, all these things can only and only happen in topsy-turvy land. A shabby room with everything turned upside down. I hope you enjoyed the poem. See here, for when you walk, you're coming back. This is the way when you're walking in front, you're actually coming back. No control over anything. Let's move ahead with certain meanings which we came across in this poem. Topsy-turvy means things turned upside down. Pleasure means feeling of enjoyment. Grand means big. Here it means great fun. From topsy-turvy, if we want to make a sentence, it would be, my mother told me that you have turned the room topsy-turvy. Pleasure. I find pleasure in watching movies. Grand. I went to a grand fair during my summer vacation. I hope you enjoyed the poem. Let's meet again with some other lesson, some other poem, some other theory. Thank you for joining me.